There's a reason why Enchantress was broken too. It's not only that she had insane spells, it's also that she had insane movement speed. And yeah, it's definitely a very important part of this game. And when I give 15 movement speed on level 1 to a hero such as Ursa, he's gonna run you down.
He could maybe easily run this one down. Venomancer, a hero that doesn't get much movement speed, does have the means to slow down other people with the Gale. And I wonder how they're going to run this. Is this going to be mid?
You can put like versus Shadow Fiend. You
It's
can.
a little bit weird.
You don't necessarily have to. I think it's you'd rather run the Venom versus Ursa. You put that Gale on him. It's 15 seconds slow. I think it's the longest duration for a slow in the game. So you just put that Venom +1 versus Ursa. Then you put Pango +1 on one other side, and maybe you put this. Maybe you can put this Pango mid or even make him a core. You don't have to. You can put Sven as core, Pango as 4. And then you just last pick your mid versus the SF. Oh. And they ban out that troll. So they are expecting a mid. They are expecting a mid to be last picked.
You know what? So, my mistake. I forgot we're talking about VTune here. So this is definitely going to be a Sven core.
Oh, yeah. He likes Sven. Yeah, he likes Sven as core, definitely. So
makes sense as well, because that would be... So Screen's been playing a lot of the Grimstroke. And then, yeah, Cube Pangolier. And then that should free up Jonas to go on the Veno. So I think you're right. Yeah, this should be the mid pick coming out last for Aachen.
Yeah. Now what they're gonna pick is, well, I don't know. Maybe even Lina or something like that. Some Shisui hero is what we have to expect. Obviously.
Have you been practicing CK at all? Like I've seen a few teams who have been trying to experiment with the CK mid.
CK mid.
I guess the SF is not bad, right? Because you just drag him in, he gets one raise on you max, and you just run him down. Might be a little bit risky, though, because then they might just try and switch it up and force you to face Ursa.
Yeah, I don't know about that CK. Right now, they don't really have a lot to deal with the illusions, definitely. So when it comes to scaling, he would scale insanely well into the late game, but I'm not sold on the CK mid, at least. I haven't really seen it work. So
yeah, I've yet to cast again. I think Complexity were running it yesterday or last night or whatever, depending on your time zone. And I don't know if they had success with it. I can understand the theory behind it with the movement speed, the ability to drag someone in and the sustain. But
yeah, it's Lina. Yeah, it's to be expected. It's like comfort pick. You don't want to stray way too far away from your comfort picks, from your comfort zone. And that's basically what happened here. They go with that Lina versus whoever, versus whatever, because it's Shisui. And he loves the hero, so.
Final pick for Gambit. You've got your Ursa, you've got your Shadow Fiend. Looks like you need an offlaner still. Although you can run the Ursa in the offlane. It's not a bad choice as well, right? Because if you think about what the offlane does at the moment, they build this utility. This is a hero that has no problem building into a Vlad's at all. No, Link, maybe.
You can just react to this now, right? If you are Gambit, you can react to this draft and you do it with a beast. Not really the greatest reaction, honestly. It's more like a...
More the cookie cutter reaction.
Yeah, cookie cutter indeed. A strong hero, especially when he's played by Afterlife or old Akulich. He's going to do fairly well in this game. The boars definitely mess with Sven quite a lot. In every stage of the game, you have a roar that pierces through BKB, so you have a way of stopping ports even after the BKBs are up. You can deal with Pango's roll. Beast is all right here. That aura plus SF aura brings you a lot of utility. You get that. You get that little Vladimir's on you, and you just start pushing with the hack. So, I like Aachen's Esports draft though. I really do. I think this draft of theirs can definitely match Gambits, and they can even be stronger. This Veno on the offlane versus the Ursa, I think this should be quite fine. This should work out quite well for them, unless they mess it up somehow, but I don't see why they should. Maybe Gambit switches lanes, but then again, you're putting Beast versus Veno. You are putting Ursa versus Sven, which should be a bit better for them, but in any case, they should have a decent lane where Veno is, and they should have a decent lane where Shisui is. So Shisui should do quite fine, and uh, Venomancer should do quite well too. So overall, I like the laning stage already for them. And when it comes to mid game and late game, they just have to execute properly. They definitely have the tools necessary to take down Gambit.
I can see where you come from. It's valid. I'm just concerned about how this Ursa could get out of control. Like, yes, the Venomancer should shut it down, but you're up against an Earth Spirit, right? So if he gets the roll in, and once he gets level 2, he just bats you back towards the Ursa, you're dead. There's no way Veno gets away from that.
Yeah, unless you get Galed. And if you get Galed, you're slowed forever, and you just run out if you're Venom. But
Sure.
I agree. Yeah, it can be very problematic for them if this Ursa gets out of control. But they have a lot of control, and they have these wards that are going to be breaking those blink daggers. So
I think the biggest condition here is a race towards boots. If Jonas can get boots quickly before they can claim a first blood on him. So I think that will be their attempt, is to go for first blood onto the Venomancer over anything else. Because it's a deceptively easy kill, right? Like, Veno moves incredibly slow. It's not the tankiest hero.
yeah, definitely you have ways of killing him. They're dodging, by the way. They're putting the like we expected. They're putting the Ursa top. I think this is better for them because if you put Ursa top, you can win that lane, and then you're gonna lose your safe lane. But it doesn't really matter too much because at least you're winning versus Sven. And then SF is one-on-one. He's gonna, I mean, he might not have to win the lane, but he's gonna do fine. So.
I think that's Sven. Actually, throws out his stun pretty casually onto Immersion here. That's not what we call an effective trade.
Definitely not. 110 mana this early on. He did start with 2 mangoes, so he's gonna have mana to work with, but it's not. That stun was definitely wasted.
You ever done the 6 mango strat?
6 mangoes? I did on some heroes. I remember it being good on some. I think it was like when
it was when it had
was,
higher regen, right?
When Grimstroke was introduced into the game, spamming mangoes on him was really good, like 4 or 5 mangoes, and you just spam Stroke of Fate because it was so strong.
I think it was the same
Gale,
FNG.
Yeah, he might die here.
He's
very slow right now.
Beastmaster's nowhere nearby. That's going to be the first blood drawn. He already used the Blinding Light just to get the rune.
And he used Blinding Light, so this lane should be really, really good. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, Cube, come on, man.
He took it.
Like,
Screw the boots.
He screwed the region, screw anything, man.
I told you he was going to do it. You knew it as well. Let's be honest. In your heart, there was no doubt.
It's not the first time that I see him do this, so yeah. It is definitely a funky build. It makes you scale incredibly well very early on. You just hit that power spike instantly when you get the javelin. However, it looks like Veno is gonna go top. He doesn't want to stay bottom. They already sent Sven, and they want to dodge that Ursa. So, but Sven didn't use his port, so they ran. All right, so they can port, but now Sven can just port top, and then Veno ports back bottom, and they have good lanes again. So if you are Gambit, you can just port now. Just port low. There we go. Start porting top. And now Venom ports bottom.
Cube now has something he wants to bring out to him. He's got the javelin.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, things pretty even between Afonin and the Lina.
Yeah, Afonin gets that. Afoninja, whatever you want to call him, I don't care. He gets that region on himself. And he's gonna be quite happy with that ward kill. Extra easy 100 gold. Lina did not get that courier because obviously you need to send that javelin first to the Pangle here.
It's much more important, I mean, come on.
Of course.
You're only alone in the mid lane with no one to help you.
Yeah, who cares though? Who cares about your mangoes and your null talisman? Just give the javelin to the Pangle here.
I mean, it's not like the Shadow Fiend already has max souls. You know, that's not a problem. I want a DD rune as well. You know, anything else he wants to get?
He has Earth Spirit there to help him.
Yeah, you need to be careful, actually. Because Immersion, he could go for this.
He's
going in. He is baiting. Now the roll through, stunned on the spot. The bottom smash will slow him down enough, and that should be a first blood. Even with a Fairy Fast, not enough to keep him up. Happening gets the kill.
First blood for SF. We already saw a kill on Kotal, but the first blood on SF definitely. He has that double damage, and he just
the first blood that matters. Let's be honest. The first blood in the mid lane. That's what.
Are you saying that this javelin does not matter?
I mean, we haven't seen it yet. Oh, they might. Actually, the hack hangs around a little bit too long. He'll go down.
This javelin got nerfed
all
a bit,
I'll
actually, but
agree.
it's still so good.
I'll agree. It's the second
Lina
blood
mid.
after that. But Lina, this is definitely going to be the second blood of the mid lane.
And that's after using a port, so he has to walk mid now. It's problematic.
I mean, that's definitely why I call efficient value out of a DD. Person comes back and instantly dies again. You got to be happy with that. Affanin, I don't think you could have asked for a more perfect start.
No, this is just the best that he could have gotten. And honestly, I expected them to have like somewhat of a even lane on mid. And when you check the CS, they did before Lina died twice. But after her dying twice, oh, this is looking very, very difficult for Shisui.
It's definitely going to be problematic.
What do you even do now? Like, he just took 2 lanes away from you. He has 2 raid bands. He hits for 100 damage. You hit for 70. You have nukes at least as Lina, but it's so difficult to come back into the game. Bottom lane, however, Venomancer is slowed down.
Oh yeah, they're going to jump on him. Immersion with these rotations so far on point, participating in all the kills that Gambit have.
Immersion is on point for like a few months now. That guy is in the zone, I swear. This guy is just doing so well.
Definitely would say he's the hottest product when it comes to POS 4s in the CIS region right now.
He truly is. He truly is. I think with FNG on 5 and Immersion on 4, this team can do wonders. Top lane, however, FNG, the guy that I just mentioned,
He'll
gets
be
wrecked
wondering
by
what
the
he
javelin.
was doing there, yeah. I'll keep getting some impact with this. The hack will just back away. Yes,
Some
just shut down the
impact?
Ursa. Well, I say
What do you
some.
mean, sir?
Because there's a bigger problem in that we said Aachen should be set up to win 2
Mid
lanes.
lane?
Right now they're losing 2 lanes. And there's the mid lane again. lizZard trying to move away. Immersion trying to slow it down. The stun lasts long enough and the slow comes out. Affanin can't pursue.
If they didn't miss that raise, I think they definitely go in. They try to kill her, but F1NJ was a bit too eager to use that shadow raise, the longest one. And as Lina got kicked, he misses it. Sadly for them, they don't get the Lina kill. Dahak, however, on top lane, he might be the one to fall.
He's getting low.
Nope.
They can't find him. And now he can go shrine up after getting the runes because FNG got this one as well. They were too busy trying to kill Ursa. They didn't check for them. 3 runes, in fact, going the way of Gambit. Keep at least secures one of them. Biggest frustration about this build as well with the Javelin is, like, look how much time it takes him to move around the map.
He is very slow. It's definitely very inefficient. If you can stay on one lane and continue spamming Swashbuckle to kill one guy, maybe they don't have... He just used 1 ward and he has no mana for Gale, and because of that they can't kill him instantly. That's such a...
Well, they're going to try, but I don't know. Ukulich is maybe tanky enough. He throws out the ball, keep being slow. Oh no, no, the tower! Cube, I said a ball. He can't get out in time. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, there's a trade happening here. As both the Ursprit and the Lina go down, but Screen now in trouble as Affanin moves in. With the raise, his Screen has no choice but to stay right next to him. The turn around with the raise. Mid-range will get himself the double kill.
Oh, this is a disaster. They lose Cube on bottom lane and then they lose 2 on mid lane.
Oh, Cube might get a kill mid though. Oh,
there
yeah, he got the Javelin proc. Good thing as well. It's decent amount of goal as well. Maybe he'll finally pick up boots. Or no, let's be honest, it's Cube. We know what he's going to do.
For a second, yeah. Venomancer on bottom lane, however.
In trouble.
Might be dead.
Motion again with these rotations. And now Dahak is back to being in his own safe lane by the looks of it. They've given up on this top. In fairness, you're not slowing down V2 at all. He's top of the CS, and every time someone shows in this lane, they die.
They had to switch up lanes. They had to send the Ursa bottom. It's not like Beastmaster was doing badly. It's just the fact that Ursa wasn't really getting a lot on top. Sven is 1k ahead, so FNG might die to Cube. Cube is following.
He'll push away the blind and light, but Swashbuckle on 5, right?
Yeah, he might go. He might go over the trees, actually. He's still chasing. He planted that fort. He planted that fort to see him.
FNG, don't be predictable. Okay, Cube can't chase.
He's too fast. FNG, we talked about movement speed and how important it is. Kotl has 382 with boots. So.
Pretty ridiculous. Immersion?
Screen might fall.
He's gone on the screen. Hey, look, Affanin, another kill for him. Only sitting on 5 kills at this point in the game.
Yeah, he's been having an amazing start, honestly. I don't know how this Sven is even ahead. I guess because he's farming the hard camp as well. But this Shadow Fiend is having such a blast on this mid lane. Cube is looking to change that. No, he's forcing Rota.
Meanwhile, bot. Front row comes out in the Jonas. He did port bot to try and help, but Cube won't be able to do anything. Cancels his TP. They're going to try and commit on mid lane. How do you get Aachen in this scenario, though? He's got the maxed out raise, so if you screw up one moment, you die.
Yeah, he has sticks, he has infused range drop. You can kill him, bro. Let's see.
They're trying. He did use the double raise, so he just has to back away.
Now run!
Yeah, run! Run for the high hills.
Run to the hills, run for your lives.
He'll just walk away thinking, okay, I don't know what that was all about. There's room for Cube, at least.
He eats a raise to the head, but that's
It's only one, though. It doesn't hurt that much. This might hurt, though. Coolish in trouble. Fam's braces on him, and Swashbuckle throw will be enough to bring down the Beastmaster.
Got him. They are finding kills, and Ursa did suffer a bit in the laning stage. He is buying that Midas, though. So overall, you're buying a Midas on Ursa, and the SF is building a mech. So perhaps that SF can carry you through the mid game, because he did have such a good start, and with that mech, he most certainly will be able to just stand in front, I suppose, and bring enough utility for your team to work around while Ursa is catching up.
In fairness, Ursa does get pretty scary at this point. He's got level 6, got the enrage. More importantly, he's got 3 points in the Fury Swipes, which means you're more or less at the old Fury Swipes damage. But things can get a little bit worrisome. Merchant is being chased onto in the meantime, but he will know how many heroes they must have stationed down here, considering they're being that aggressive.
Yeah, they forced 4 people bottom, but it's alright. They took over their jungle. Now they can look at pressuring mid even. If they go on Shisui here, they can counter kill.
Oh, Merchant, he's actually going in. Now Pangolier with the wrong Thunder going in, looking for Aachen in. Can't though. Might go onto Immersion, but reinforcements seem to be a little bit far away. Silence out onto Lena. Aachen in hanging around. The raise does get fluffed. He will be down to half HP, but he'll be able to get the kill and back away.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent kill. It was obvious though that they were gonna counterplay that. SF did read it. Immersion, however, did not. Immersion went in on the Lena and got punished for that. And good thinking from Alpha Ninja though. He did go back, so he was definitely their target and he did not die. So it's all right.
You can kind of see him sitting on the high ground going, is this a Requiem moment? No. You went in. You screwed up. You die for it. They are able to get 2 runes in the top lane, 2 in the bottom side of Aachen, so split each way. How is the Hawk looking right now? Well, he almost has his phase boots. The Midas, considering... Actually, that's the other thing. Considering how this started for him, this Midas timing isn't terrible.
It isn't. It's a decent Midas timing. He's gonna catch up with it fairly well. As long as... but this is the thing, though. They realized in that last game that Aachen Esports, they struggle pressuring when they're ahead. Maybe Venomancer is gonna change that, though. Because last game when they were playing, they played with Tidehunter, some fan, and he was doing the same thing he's doing right now. He was constantly split pushing and trying to pressure. And when you're a Venomancer, you can do it a bit better with the ward. You can actually take down towers, so...
And I want to point out, I really like his build for the Midas, because the thing that I always worry about these Veno picks is, you maybe feel the same way, is between level 6 and level 12, you feel kind of useless. Primer on the top lane. Cube will be held in the spot as Akulich looks to move away, cutting trees as Cube tries to roll through them all. This is wrong. Akulich does have a TP.
They're gonna realize where he is right now, I think. He didn't port out yet, so...
I mean, he could just leave. That is an option, but they want to try and set up for a kill. The hack is waiting around with his phase boots.
Yeah, Cube is porting out, and now you have the Ursa and the Beastmaster going on to
Here they
Lena.
come. He has no escape either, no way to protect herself. Light Striker Ray dodged out. And she'll go for the Laguna play. Will she be able to get it? Yes, she will, but she'll die first.
Yeah, so he gets the kill, but doesn't get the gold. Doesn't get the experience, at least, so... It's a good gank from that Beastmaster. No roar even committed, just the boar slow. So. Very well played. Overall, the Sven is doing quite fine too. He's sitting on top of net worth, has that Yasha Mask of Madness.
Going into the Sanj next. A pretty old school type of build for this type of carry if you want to be aggressive in that mid game. I mean, I don't think there's any better rhyme for him other than like Blink, BKB, the old school strategy. But I don't know. I like the Sanj and Yash build instead of the Blink and these type of heroes. It's the same for like Ursa. But of course, in this type of game, because you don't really have the means to get in there otherwise, the hack will have to go for a Blink.
Eventually, I think Sven has to get one too. I think Sven needs it. I don't know, like, what is their initiating tool? You have the Pangolier and that's about it.
I think you delay it though, just to fight, like, because at the moment you just want to farm. You're not looking to fight.
Yeah. This makes you tankier. It actually allows you to run into that pit if they try to go for it.
Which is what they're doing.
See a smoke though. They scout Ursa. But what do you do about it? Are you gonna be able to run into it? That's the question.
Well, like you said, they had the Primal Roar, right? They didn't have it.
No, I mean
last fight, so they can actually like try and defend this.
All right.
I guess the roll and fight, like the biggest concern is the roll and thunder, because even if you use the Primal Roar, it doesn't stop the ultimate of Q. And you are playing a choke
definitely one of the best spells in the Rush Pit, so.
They'll back away. Realizing they got spotted out. They need to actually get the lanes in a favorable location. At least get rid of this tier 1 tower before you try and attempt Roche. Maybe get a Blink Dagger on the Hack, then get your pick off. It's getting pretty close. Up to 1,400 gold right now.
So the game did slow down a bit. Sven just farming his side of the map. Beastmaster split pushing top.
Going for the Blink
into
himself.
that Blink, yeah. So they want to initiate with someone besides Earth Spirit, and I guess that Blink on Beastmaster is going to allow them to do that. However, you have to be careful versus Venomancer. He's always kind of dangerous in these situations. I like that he's buying a 4 staff. They're going to need a few. Maybe Grimstroke gets another one. They need some 4 staffs versus Ursa.
Yeah, Grimstroke's going to be a long way off, though. He hasn't even got level 10. He's only up to level 7. Once he has 10, he actually gets that GPM talent. Maybe he can start dreaming of items. Although they might make him dream of death. Kulich spotted out here. Let's strike right connect. Laguna as well, and the swashbuckle across to make sure he dies fast.
I mean, it's what happens when you're split pushing as much as he is with that Beastmaster. It's very hard to stay alive all the time. The last time he did manage to hide in the trees and joke them with Quelling Blade. This time, however, they're on to him and his little tricks, so they get him.
This tree's a little bit too thin to hide him compared to the other ones. No one's taking this tier 1 tower in the bot lane just yet. I'm expecting the Hawk to go for it soon. Especially considering when you look aside of Aachen, it's not like they can go and do Roche. Runes 2 apiece. There was an idea of TPing top from FNG. Decided to cancel it when he realized it might not be safe.
What do you think, like, right now, who has an edge? Who is satisfied with status quo?
Aachen as much time as they can buy. Because the thing they got to worry about is what's happening soon. Because Gambit are going to pick up their Blink Daggers, and then they're going to get super aggressive.
Yeah, but what do you think about Gambit and their Midas on Ursa? Isn't that, like, an advantage for them?
Well, yeah, that's my point. Like, right now, once you get those Blinks, that's the thing. The items they're farming, Aachen just want to farm. Oh, Ignis going down, pushing them out as well. Keep trying to move away with the Swashbuckle, charge up. Well, Thunder will go on to the FNG Cottle, who's left behind. They're trying to hunt for something a little bit more valuable because FNG got left alone with just one hero. Primal Roar coming out. Cube stuck on the tower. Is going to die to Huck. Moving for the second. V2 trying to go to work. We'll get the kill in immersion, but we'll give his life in response. 2 for 1 trade because FNG, he's still alive. Screen couldn't finish him.
Screen missed his stroke of fate. FNG masterfully juked him and survived in the end. And he's really fast. 420 movement speed, blaze it.
2-2 with the Tranquils.
Grimstroke had no chance there whatsoever, and they win that fight. They take down Pango, they take down Sven in a fight that looked like Aachen could take it. It looked like they could take that fight because Kotl messed up with his blinding light. He pushed them outside of the Will-O-the-Wisp, but they still didn't manage to actually capitalize on that.
Well, this is the thing about the timing as well, right? Like, you remember what I was saying earlier about Venomancer needs to get to 12 really quickly. He's got there now. The problem is, you're talking about your opponents now having Blink Daggers, right? Ursa's got one, and Beastmaster just picked up his as well.
Yeah, I don't know why they value Blink Daggers so much from Gambit, honestly. They are great. You need to jump some of these heroes, but you are playing versus Venomancer, and if Yonason fan is casting those Plague Wards around the fight, you're gonna blink once, and that's it. And then they're gonna force themselves out, and your blink is gonna be useless. Overall, however, I respect their choice. They realize that they need to initiate and jump on these heroes to blow them up. So.
I mean, especially the Venom, right? Because that level 2 ultimate, the Poison Nova at level 2 does a lot of damage. So if you can just instantly jump on Primal Roar and then run down Jonas,
Suddenly,
Aachen lose about half their damage in that team fight.
At the same time, however, if you do that and don't kill him, you're just in a lot of problems because you're out of position and you're also poison nova because you jumped in, right? So it's not. You'd rather not right now. I think you need to be sure that you can blow him up because they have some 4 staffs. Actually, they only have 1.
Yeah, they only have 1. So if you stun him, he has no escape.
If
right?
if you do manage to kill Vano off, like you said, it's amazing for you. It's definitely great. If you don't, however, nah, you just get wiped. That's gonna be awful.
Ah, you got Guardian Greaves. They'll keep you alive.
All right. Then what are we even talking about, Vano? Just leave him. Ignore him. You have Guardian Greaves. Who cares about Vanomancer?
Yeah, just, you know, you think about this, right? Think about this list.
Look at this. Hello, Screen. How you doing,
Screen?
bro?
Screen.
What's up?
Screen, that's a no. That's a big no. He even managed to silence one of the boards.
Well, Sven is there.
Yeah, but you could just TP out. That's actually an option. All right, there we go. And he'll make it. Pango is coming. Immersion doesn't have a roll away. Can bat one of them out of here, but it's a little bit too late for him. I feel like if they just both TP'd, like you get that feeling as well. If they both just TP'd as soon as they killed, they would have been alive.
Yeah, most likely they could have. The Earth Spirit decides to try and roll out, gets caught by Pango. Probably the best position almost for Pango to fight in next to that wall, just bounces back and forth. Second best. The best one is in the river near the Rosh pit because
all these little checkpoints.
There's some very weird interactions in the Rosh pit. Like you can get stuck with Pango. That's probably the worst position for a Pango to get stuck. Like right next to the Rosh, in the Rosh pit, there's like this small space in which you just get stuck. And if you use rolling thunder,
do you mean it's here and here, right? Like these are the 2 ones I've noticed.
Yeah, there's one also right next to the Roshan, like
behind
him. Yeah, there. You just get stuck and you bounce in the spot. It's really awful. You can't even move out.
And then you have the spots that change your direction. So I think it's like there's one here where if you approach from this angle, it goes this way.
Yeah, that's physics, man.
That's not how. That's not.
Did you play billiard? Fool. That's how it works. Angles.
I mean, yeah, no, the angle is like this.
Yeah.
But we're talking about like you're coming in from here and then ending up at, like I don't know. Too many lines, too much thinking. Ignis coming down. Now the fight's gonna happen. Soulbite stun on 2. There's the Laguna Fruit. Gets rid of FNG pretty quick, but Immersion will roll away. Requiem's been used. They need to back away from this. The Roll and Thunder not being used to good effect. The Primal Roar was thrown out. They're gonna try and pursue right now. Dahak has got the Aegis though. Nafanim will just scare Keep away. Keep jumps in. Stun's gonna come out. Dahak is gonna go down. No enrage to work with. They need to protect him, but how do they get close? They can't. They're being zoned out completely. Dahak will blink away.
It's out.
I'll find him. They'll try Swashbuckle. They do actually proc with the lucky shot, but they don't have the mana. Okay, that forced off. A little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah. Definitely a miscommunication with that force. Overall, a decent fight. And we're gonna, like, next time we see each other, I'm gonna have to explain how angles.
No, because my point was like you go in at this angle, right, and you come out like that. That's not because you're meant. So if you're going at that angle, you're meant to go like that, right? So it's like this. Like,
yeah, it does have some funky places, definitely.
Like, I know what my point was. You know what my point. Stop this. This is unfair.
I just enjoy messing with you a little bit. That's all. Anyway, Beastmaster almost building that Shadow Blade, so he's not gonna care too much about those plague boards anymore. I expected this to happen.
Even got the poor man Shadow Blade, but they know. They know.
Blink, you fool!
Okay, he realized something was up when for some random reason Cupid used his ultimate.
Yeah, for some random reason there's like a roll thunder there like coming at you. And
Screen might want to scream for help.
They were smoked, Screen died. It's position 5 that fell. So it's not a biggie. Well. Yeah. There's a big KB on Ursa now though.
Yeah, he didn't go for the Basher. Decided these guys are kind of blowing me up. I think I need a BKB first.
There's a bunch of control on the side of Aachen Gaming, so going for that Basher.
Roll in. Uh-oh, Jonas batted back into the hands of the hack as he says, hug, hug, hug. And I don't think Jonas wants any part of this. He'll get the Poison Arrow out, but no one can capitalize on it.
He didn't minus anything. Yeah, nope. Sadly.
That's the second time he's whiffed his Poison Nova. He used it in the mid lane last time when the fight was happening top and failed to kill Afinin.
No, it's not whiffed. Old Aqua
All
falls to Cube because of that, so...
Weird way to escape, though. Like, you're
He's
almost
going
dead.
to the shrine, I think.
Yeah, but at the same time, would you not just move with your team and play it safe? Like, he wasn't going to tick out, right? He didn't look like he was going to.
However, might tick out
okay.
No, he gets out.
Balls of steel. So we'll be able to escape. Does have the Yules building towards that Aghanim Scepter next. No real surprise against some of these heroes, the Arthur especially.
I mean, honestly, Dire just needs to execute properly. Cube, Shizu, and the boys, like, you can definitely do it. If you use that Soulbind into double Laguna Blade, then after that, the Sven starts whacking at them. Like, they definitely have heroes that can fight really well. And they definitely have heroes that are good, in my opinion, versus Gambits. They just have to utilize them properly. Like, this Lina also works very well versus Will-O-the-Wisp, so you have ways of dealing with that. It feels like they have the solution for Gambit in this game, but they just have to use it properly.
Well, they're going to try. They smoked up. Immersion's around here. They guess wrong the Light Strike array, and Immersion will roll away. Now Cube, he says, anything you can roll as, I can roll better. We'll secure the tab. The Primal Roar coming out. The jump in on the screen, going to get him low. Cube, this wrong fun is about to run out. BKB activate the Huck, chasing forward, will slow down onto 2. B2 trying to get away from this. Goes straight back there to turn around. Cube locked in place with the Ignis down. Jonas can't move either. Doesn't have an ultimate he can throw out, and suddenly V2 has to run away. They at least get the kill onto Immersion, but it costs them 3 heads for the price of 1.
Can they catch Retune?
Oh, they can't. He's a little bit too fast. He'll get away. The towers might not be so lucky, though.
That's what I was talking about. You have these... you have the items and the heroes that can do a lot, but if you miss that smoke into a wrong direction, you miss everything. Like, they were the ones in the aggressive movement, right? They were smoked behind the tier 1. If they found either the Beastmaster or the Earth Spirit and they initiated properly, then it's their fight. But they miss everything in a very ridiculous fashion, and after that they just get wrecked.
It feels like they overthink things, right? Like, you make that smoke movement. The most obvious place someone is at the tier 1. They think he's at the tier 2 for some reason.
I also know as well. Yeah. I think the Beastmaster might have messed them up because the smoke broke. Maybe Beast was the one. SF mid.
Trying to go on to him. Affin in a little bit. Trog does have the guard increase. Soulbind is on him. His silenced up as well, but he can move away. And BKB on the hack means he chases down on the Chisa. Will fall. V2 needs to get out and move away quick enough. The hack backing up as the BKB runs out. Immersion trying to chase for. Primal Roar is going to come out. V2 in the target. Has got the cold straight for 1 second. Activates the BKB. Might be forced to fight, but will tries to run away. He can't hang around because Affinin does hit pretty hard, and he's got to respect that. He doesn't have the mana, though. He doesn't have the mana for the TP. He's going to use the Mask of Madness to try and run away, but Older Kulich moves across. Blink Dagger forward. Hawk out. They'll see everything, and they'll easily finish off the Sven kill. And while that's happening, Jonas finally falls to the hack. Another Poison Nova used for nothing.
I guess went in again and fell. I don't know, like, Gaming, they aren't really playing as a team, or maybe it's Gambit. Maybe it's Gambit that's playing so quickly and so well. They're instantly reacting to this aggression. SF gets used. Ursa, without thinking, pops BKB, jumps on that Lina instantly, so they can't really commit. So overall, I think it's just Gambit. They tick so fast under this FNG leadership. He makes any team work so fast and definitely makes that team stand out when it comes to the tier 2 scene, at least.
Definitely was infamous for on the side Team Spirit, a team that were renowned for playing super fast. I think you're right. Like, we talked about the hesitation that Aachen has, but it's not just that makes this gap. It's how fast Gambit are as well.
Yeah.
Now Gambit, they are plowing towards your base. They're trying to force a defense out you. They know you don't have Poison Nova for 50.
Poison Nova is not there, but I don't think you force this. I think you just force them back, and then you try and get some more pickoffs, maybe even a rush. You don't at any point right now, unless you get some kills. Like, going versus 5 of them would be just very disrespectful. You need to find some kills first.
Gonna back away here. The scan did catch Aachen coming out the base, but Kulich is lingering around. I don't advise this. You have a 50-50 success rate on living or dying in this top lane so far, and they are pursuing. Yep, guess it's wrong with Swashbuckle, and that'll be Beastmaster and Invis. They couldn't find Ursa either. Should be fine. Things will calm down. Roche might respawn in just a minute's time. There is a DD bot as well. I like Immersion going for this 4-staff, by the way. No Spirit Vessel, despite it could be a decent item in this type of game. Just respecting the fact that the biggest issue they have right now is getting caught in choke points.
Yeah, getting caught in choke points, and also that force is going to allow you to chase a bit better. Your Ursa isn't going to be kited. So it's definitely a decent pickup if he even decides to go for it. Some other items would be really good here too. Do they have a pipe? They don't. A pipe eventually would be pretty legit on one of them. Either the Beastmaster or the Immersion's Earth Spirit should pick it up, I believe.
Yeah, Affanin won't. He's got the Guarding Grease, but after he got that, he went full into the right click with the BKB, the Manta, and now it's the Butterfly. Guy wants to hit hard. He knows what he wants. Especially considering you don't have to choose between a cooldown reduction and damage. You can just take the damage per soul and the cooldown reduction layer.
They scan out the Ursa. The Ursa isn't really taking Roche as it didn't respawn, so they're gonna be baited into going on him. Now the question is, Ursa is alone, so...
Oh, he'll find a kill, or will he know the Yule's coming out in time? Get him away, roll through from Immersion, does secure the kill, and now Light Striker Ray clips on Immersion. But they don't want to hang around, not for an Earth Spirit kill. Not with the Hawk on the loose.
You're not some fan?
Oh, jumps in on Jonas. There's the BKB. 4-staff doesn't get off the high ground. No! Jonas, he can't get away. The Yule's up in the air, but when he comes down, he will die. And Midas off cooldown again for Jonas. This is getting a little bit painful.
Yeah,
FNG.
Midas hasn't really paid off for him, has it, so far at least?
B2. Okay, they forced the BKB out.
That's amazing for them, actually. Now you can wait that BKB out, take the tier 3, maybe even look for Axe's Venomancer is that.
Okay, let's go. See Primal War straight away on Alina. It's going to disappear. They'll find a second kill on the Pangolier. The buyback's forced out, but there's a Requiem V2. Getting low. Will be ran down. Jonas trying to move in for the poison over opportunity, but they already disengaged. Gambit.
I mean, they're just much quicker with what they do, and they execute it so well. Honestly, Pango is just... It always seems like Pango is one step behind.
It was the hesitation as well, the openness, right? The way that happened with the Primal Roar. There was so much delay in that happening, and it was like you could just sense in slow-mo Aachen staring and doing nothing.
Yeah. I just want to clarify myself. When I said Pango, I meant Aachen Gaming, but they have the Pango.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're not thinking of the Pango that we're losing to everybody.
Team, yeah.
Yules. They think about using their own Thunder, but decide against it as Dahak does have his BKB available. They're going to throw it out now. Link across, Appen in, near a choke point. They might be able to lock him in place, but the Glimmer Cape protects against a lot of damage. Dust will reveal him. Still not low enough.
They still don't have that force, so they can't force him out. But you used your Rolling Thunder. Ursa...
he wants this. He BKBs for Laguna, though. Going to get low. Rage as well. Good TP away. It's going to be close. No.
Yules.
The Yules gets him up in the air. When he comes down, he'll be a sad bear.
I mean, honestly, like, I'm not certain that was worth it. You do get the side, but you're dead for 70. Roche is about to respawn. You gave 900 gold to that Lina. Honestly, I don't know. I think that was definitely not worth it. All things considered, I think they could have taken those Rexes after Roche fight. That they definitely would have won if Ursa was alive, so...
He can be alive, though.
Oh, he just...
Look, his buyback.
Right.
4, 3, 2, 1. It's time to force a fight, he says. Screen, down to half HP already. Roll in from Immersion, will secure the kill. Even commits the Magnetize. Doesn't want to hang around too long. Soulbind is on him. We'll move away, though. We'll roll out. They still get the kill.
Yeah, that 4-staff definitely helped him a lot. I don't think you buy back. You have 30 seconds to work with. I think you just delay it. Yeah. Kotl, SF, Earth Spirit, you just delay it.
And look at Gulich.
Now you might.
Oh, they're going to go in. Ignis goes down. BKB activate. V2 will be able to kill. Happening now dead. And that's because your Beastmaster is split pushing this entire time.
Yeah. And Sun is forced back, so you're not gonna have to buy back again. So strategically, so mechanically, maybe they didn't have to die there. Maybe they could have blinked out or whatever. But strategically, it doesn't matter because they didn't manage to take Roche, and they didn't manage to actually do anything in that time. So even though Ursa was dead, and even though now SF is dead, you aren't doing anything on the the side of Aachen, Esports, City, Gaming.
And you're completely unable to address the split push issue of Beastmaster, who's just been lingering in the bot lane the whole time. Is going towards a refresher next.
Refresher, alright. So gonna control that Sven and that Lina a lot. I don't even... I mean, with sticks? With sticks,
well, yeah, but like, it's very close even then. You're more reliant on SF definitely using Guardian Greaves, right? Because it's 200
with
plus
sticks.
375.
With sticks, you have it. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. You have it with the sticks, but that's an awkward way to try and do it.
Yeah. It is, but it's also a way that has been... like, with some heroes, you have been doing that for such a long time. Some heroes such as Tide. Long time ago, you'd have to have those sticks or even Enigma at one point.
Just have the option to get arcane boots as well if he wants to. And yours? That's... okay, I don't know what it is about Aachen. I don't think they quite understand that he's the Beast Master, not the Beast.
Not the Beast, yeah, not the boar.
Because we saw this before, right? We saw it top with the Phantom's Embraces onto the boars. And now, the Yules. Next will be Lagunas. Keep an eye for that, folks. You're going to see a Laguna on a boar.
If we see a Laguna on a board, that's definitely not gonna work out very well for them. That fight, at least, they need that Laguna on 2 heroes. They need the Soulbind Laguna, I think, to win the fight. This Sven has a BKB, has a blink. They should smoke up and perhaps find a fight. This could be their fight if they manage to have a decent one around the pit, though.
Yeah, the problem is everything is up and online for Gambit, right? You got the Ignis in that choke point. Of course, you have got the Roll Thunder on the other side of the equation. The hack just found an Invis rune. I don't think he tries for a ballsy play. Assume that they have sentries. They'll at least force someone back to base, and once that happens, that should be the move into the pit. Instead, though, they smoke up. They want to catch someone on the retreat. Might actually be able to find one. It's Jonas again. They jump in. The Abyssal comes out. The Enrage used to ensure the kill. Lightstruck Array does connect on the 2, but Ignis from FNG. Gonna lock one in place, puts him back in the well. Shia has to move away. BKB activated from V2, but the Primal Roar stops him from getting rid of Ignis. Used up in the air. The Roll of Fun is not doing enough. The Soulbind together, they don't even care. They'll get rid of V2 and they'll turn around. They'll find more as Keeper's stuck in a mess. Tries to swashbuckle away, but can't. And now Shia did buy back. The hack catching up, though. There's the big pickoff as the GG comes out. They know it's over. 2-0 score in favor of Gambit.
Yeah, I just feel like they outplayed them. The way they move across the map is much better than the way Aachen Esports City moves. I think Gambit are just maybe a little bit better team. That's about it. The draft, I don't consider their draft to be superior to the draft of Dar, but they just executed it much better. This Venomancer, I never actually felt him in the game. Like, he was split pushing a little bit, but then he just got lost across the map. And the rest of them as well, like, I don't know, maybe they got a bit scared. They are a new stack and they do have potential, but yeah, we didn't really see that in this game.
No, we just saw Gambit's dominance, something people been pretty familiar with for a lot this season, and the change of FNG into the lineup seems to be allowing them to go even further and further. But they are definitely, like, in fairness, like, Aachen coming to this, no one would have just said they could do it. No one really knew who they were. There was question marks. Who was this team? Gambit are probably, in fairness, the favorites alongside Pango. Maybe not now after the first day, but were coming to this the favorites alongside Pango to make it to the minor.